Welcome to episode 5 of the Station Field Guide. Today, I'm on the east side of Scarborough reviewing Guildwood GO and Via Station. This was not sent in by a viewer request. Doing a GO train station on the Station Field Guide will be an interesting feat, as usually GO stations are more luxurious than TTC stations. But how does Guildwood hold up in terms of station exterior / outside access, design / cleanliness, passenger experience, and connection / amenities? Let's dive in. Starting with the station's exterior and outside access, Guildwood Station is kind of located in the middle of nowhere, if I'm being honest. I know in the past few Station Field Guide episodes, I barely covered the location of the station, but for this station, its location holds it back quite a lot. This station is located at the intersection of Kingston Road and Celeste Drive, slightly northeast of Scarborough Golf Club Road and the Guildwood Parkway. There are two entrances to Guildwood GO Station. There's a main entrance south of Kingston Road and Celeste Drive, and there's a second entrance further south on Westlake Road. Both entrances are well designed and accessible with wheelchair ramps with elevators to get up to the train platforms. However, the outside access to Guildwood Station kinda sucks. If you access the station from Celeste Drive, you have a roughly 300-meter walk to the station entrance through the commuter parking and U-Haul facility, and it's not even the most pleasant walk. The Westlake Road entrance is a lot easier to walk to, though as mentioned is kind of in the middle of nowhere. I'll give this section a 4.5 out of 10. Again, the main entrance being located well off the nearest road is a big hindrance. While the secondary Westlake Road entrance is located closer to the road itself, the main entrance is holding this station's outside access back a lot. Now to get into the design and cleanliness of Guildwood GO Station. This station looks surprisingly modern all around and feels very clean. For the most part, the lighting was pretty good, and there was plenty of seating available, since Guildwood Station is also served by Via rail trains. Even the GO train platforms themselves have decent platform shelters. I think I'll give this section a 9 out of 10. I really don't have any complaints about the cleanliness of this station, and there's really not much to say about it anyway. Now to get into the passenger experience at Guildwood Station, and there's also not a lot to say about the passenger experience at the station. But first off, if you are taking a Via rail train from the station, be aware that there's not an in-person ticket booth located at the station. So if you're looking for an in-person ticket booth for Via Rail, you have to either go to Union or Oshawa Station. The signage at the station can be a little confusing for GO trains and Via trains, but it's not the worst I've seen in the world. There are bathrooms at the station, and they're luxurious compared to other GO stations I've seen. There's also a water bottle filling station, as well as a drink and snack vending machine. Overall, I think I'll give this section a 7 out of 10. It's above average, although some minor improvements, particularly on the Via side, can help bump that score a bit more. Now to get into the connections and amenities near Guildwood Station. While there are a few bus routes that connect pretty much directly to the station, including the 2 TTC bus routes, 2 Express TTC bus routes, and a Blue Knight bus route, remember that these routes don't go into the station itself, just a stop on the street, which is Kingston Road, of course. Going westbound, even getting to Kennedy Station involves a 15 to 20 minute bus ride at the bare minimum. There's not much else to say about the amenities east of Guildwood Station either, aside from like West Hill up at Lawrence Avenue, but that's still quite a far walk, so yeah, not looking good for Guildwood so far. But I will say that Guildwood Station has a few parks like Greenville Park and Highland Creek Park nearby, but that doesn't really change the score that by much. I'll give this section a 3.5 out of 10. While the amount of bus routes that connect near the station is honestly better than I thought for a GO station, the lack of amenities holds this section back. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this episode of the Station Field Guide, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm also taking viewer requests. To conclude this episode of the Station Field Guide, Guildwood is a mixed bag. Remember that I gave station exterior and outside access a 4.5 out of 10. This is because of the long walk to one of the entrances through the commuter parking lot in its relatively remote location. I gave design and cleanliness a 9 out of 10. There was nothing to complain about in that department really. I then gave passenger experience a 7 out of 10. It was above average, though a few changes would have made it a bit better. And finally, connections and amenities, which I gave a 3.5 out of 10. While the bus connections are okay, the amenities really hold this section back. Summing up and averaging the scores, Guildwood GO and Via Station gets a score of 6 out of 10, no rounding required. While the station is very well designed and clean, the passenger experience is above average as well. Its location hurts the station's overall score. Remember that I have to consider all 4 pillars of assessing a station, not just one. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this episode, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It helps me out a lot, and peace out guys.